Give you a view of the scene there right quick. Coming in slick. Not the coolest outfit that I've had in all these videos, but they are like crazy MC Hammer genie pants from the 90s, so I'd say that sort of makes up for it not being not the flashiest flash, not the firmest grip on reality, have we? It's one of my buttons I really love. There's starting to be a chill in the air. I'm not prepared. I have not suckled the teat of the summer to the complete saturation that I would like. That's how it goes. It just flies, even when you don't have a job. It just flies. So here I am with my super cool energy receiving and giving dolphin that I've used in several videos, and just cool little record shrine. I didn't really know where to find the space to display my mind, but this is it. This is what we picked. I'm feeling easily exhausted and I really had a great day today. Went to a theater picnic for my local theater company and felt really fed with beautiful acknowledgement and I felt very seen and very like I couldn't even get to all the love that there was there for me, and that was a great feeling. But it also was a big part of my day, and I haven't prepared anything else. I did a poem yesterday that I said just came from strange dreaming and strange putting stuff together. But I, that same day, wrote this thick bad boy. It's printed really weird because I started printing it and then there was no paper in the printer, so I was just grabbing paper from various sources. But I'm going to do kind of a combo of what I've done in the past where I sort of read with myself, but I'm going to only read parts of it. I'm going to try to kind of listen to myself a little bit as though I'm trying to be a good friend to myself, which I am trying to be more of lately, if that makes sense. And also just kind of like show you the words a bit. And it's angry. It's an angry poem. I'm dealing with some warranted anger lately for, right now I'm just going to call it a trespass from the past. I'm dealing with a trespass from the past that came to light in a bit of a public way and has been a utter disappointment and failure of the legal system. And that's all I'm going to say about it for right now, because it's very complex and my feelings about it are very complex and it will bubble up again. But I found myself saying, thinking, feeling, well, I don't want to lump all this anger on people with what we're going through right now and what's up and all the stress anyhow. But it's kind of like, it isn't easy doing this every day. I'm not complaining. I chose this. I chose this path, this challenge, this thing I've set forth for myself. But putting this out every day is not easy on me always. And this is good material, so I can't waste it because I'm trying to do it every single freaking day. And sometimes I find myself digging through the old notebooks and being like, well, this is expressive and it's all right, but my writing has outgrown it a bit. I've developed more in my way to articulate, so I want to give you something new. And anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think there's ever like that perfect time where you're like, what I really want to convey to people is a lot of anger. That's what I want to slosh upon the people. There's never like a good day for that. And just like it is harder to be happy, I think, than it is to slump into depression. It is more difficult to choose the happy. It is also more difficult to write the happy than it is to write the guttural and the I'm mad about this. That kind of just seems to flow out easier sometimes than it's swell. But I am lucky. I am grateful. I am all these bright, beautiful words. But I am also sometimes angry. So, my therapy for that includes this. The pen, the page, the rage sprinkled into the fabric of speech so that it maybe teaches others and teaches me instead of just festering. Because I talked to my brilliant, brilliant mother, writer, muse, dear, dear friend the other day, who will have her day in the sun on here, don't you worry. It's just one of those where it's like, it's very daunting for me to write about her because she inspires me so much. Very daunting. But she told me, rage isn't sustainable. It's okay to feel it. It's totally understandable to feel it. But it isn't sustainable. It will not sustain you. It will not take you. You have to turn it into something else. And so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll give you shiny, shimmery stuff another day. I have one coming up that's based on someone I just met, but I know nothing about her other than her name. And so that one's going to be airy and cheery, but I have to really pull it out because I'm creating this whole person who I know nothing about. But you'll have that to look forward to, and there will be more days in the sun. We will run after this fading summer. We will chase her, believe it, and we'll find more sparkle time, I promise. But I like this one. It's angry, but it's good, and I like it. So it came out of me the other day. It's one of these where I just turned on the recorder on my phone, and lo and behold, there it was. And I'll show you parts of it, read some parts of it, do stuff with it, play it for you on the tape. I did the tape method today so that I could give you the intro, because I just wanted you to know that I do not wish to swish my anger in your face, but maybe it'll help you trace some of your own and replace it. I got that from my therapist. He always tells me, trace it, face it, replace it. It's a good trifecta to live by. It's a good trio. It's not as easy as it sounds, though, but it is a good way to go. So yeah, we all have a wide variety inside, don't we? So here's a sample of mine. Oh, and I had to give this preface too. Anger. Some of my anger stemming from masculine toxicity, male toxicity that I see in the world. And I just want to emphasize and throw it out to you guys that I am so lucky to have such good men in my life. My father and my boo, don't get it twisted. I have these foundations of masculinity that I've had to lean on and look to, male friends that are top notch, top of the line, hold me in heart and spirit and mind and take the time to listen to me. And so just know that. I gotta give that shout out, that it's not like this is an across the board thing. But I've had my moments. So just throwing that out here. Here we go. Poem today. Here it is. Here we go.
Between fast forward and rewind. Seems like it's either a drought or a flood. Seems like they're scraping your soul or your blood. Feels like we're headed.
Headed where? Headed where?
To a dreaded thud. Plummeting quicker, no one can keep up. You wanna watch me erupt? Watch me erupt? The cream on top is either spoiled or corrupt. They sprinkle crumbs like that's enough. They huff and puff until we all fall down.
Ooh.
Naked emperors flaunt their crowns. Shit's going down everywhere that you look. This isn't a movie, it isn't a book. They will not replenish all that they took. I'm so shook, it's like an earthquake inside. I don't think they're strapping us down for this ride. They only got seatbelts for the ones who complied with their half-felt lies. My eyes are open plenty wide, and I won't be denied or told to hide. Even though my patience is fried to a crisp, I'm not gonna just go along with this shit. If women demanded as much for their clits as all these dudes do for their dicks, well, we would run the risk of a very unproductive society. And don't you go side-eyeing me like you don't know that it's true. What would you do in lieu of women grinning and bearing all this pressure? Along with all the world's human life. What, you want her to look fresher? Be sexy yet pure? Mild-mannered yet sure of herself? What, you want her to melt 'cause you put pants on? You want her to dance on the table and put dinner on it too? I'm not so sure we've enhanced the view of what little girls have to look forward to. Or little boys, for that matter. I know things have gotten pretty skewed for the platter that you have to choose from. Be numb about your feelings and capable of dealing with any piece of machinery they throw at you. Did we ever really get through the dark ages? Where did the wise ones and sages go? Did they all just throw in the towel on their insight because they were tired of fighting an impossible fight? Dark, dark night of the soul takes hold. Dark, dark night of the soul. Just because we've got a lot of new gadgets, well, I wouldn't exactly say we're on a roll. Things are looking downright tragic as we all scramble for a single foothold. The souls that haven't been sold off still seem more callous than they are soft. All too often, people look down at their feet when they see someone in need. It's pretty damn common to see bombing, abominations, and greed. We feed off celebrity selfies, and it's unhealthy in its self-defeat. A lot of people don't have a damn thing to eat, and we compete for parking spots to try the latest hot fusion spot. The haves and the have-nots are in a mud pit wrestling. These days, if you're not stressing, well, then you must be asleep. We don't know which thoughts to keep and which to beat down with distractions. We've come to see it as a novelty when someone takes accountability for their actions. We're all squinty-eyed, looking at additions and subtractions of our meager profits. We get trapped like fly paper in some office and flip through the gossip rags to see who made the hot list. If you aren't pissed, then you miss the point. Let's all form fists or pass a joint. Let's invent some new moves and appoint some new leaders. Theater of the absurd, each and every word pouring from my television. And it's like tug of war every single time I try to make a single decision. The continual conflictual opinions and derision make tiny incisions on my thin layer of hope. Most people I know are at the end of their rope, clinging desperately to the side of a very steep slope. The answer to every question seems to be silence or nope. I'm looking for ways to cope and coming up empty. And even those who have more than plenty wouldn't lend a hand if you asked. We're all tasked with saving a planet that the billionaires won't do their fair share to heal. No one around me seems to know what to do or how to feel. We all want to appeal to the masses on Instagram, but does anybody actually give a damn anymore?
Okay, so so-and-so's doing a world tour, but are we so sure there will be a world by the time their next album drops? I have some thoughts, but I guess I'll keep them under wraps, because I don't really see the point in setting mental traps when everybody already seems so stuck. So shit out of luck, so ready to scream, fuck, enough, enough, enough. And still the bad guys with wolf eyes huff and puff and blow the little tent cities down. Who's there to fight on their behalf? Where are all extra life rafts? I don't mean to sound daft, but I don't know what to do next. I guess I'm supposed to be increasing productivity and counting them checks. But I'm living in a world that says be yourself, then rejects every color I scribble outside the lines. There's too damn much on my mind and also nothing at the same time. I'm stretched so thin between fast forward and rewind. And everyone tells me casually to find comfort in the now. But every time I try to do that, I find myself just knitting my brow, thinking, oh great, now I'm gonna hit frown lines. And then I'll have to find the perfect wrinkle cream to be seen as beautiful or relevant. There seems to be a heavy element of chaos running through this confusion and loss. Everybody wants to be the boss, the big guy, the director, the CEO. But does anybody know how we're going to grow food to feed the hungry? Damn, I wish my soul wasn't quite so spongy. Soaking up every bit of grief until it starts feeling downright grungy. The daily news runs me ragged. Every surface I try to rest upon seems uneven and jagged and surrounded by long lines of people who have just had it and also want to sit where I am. All the TV and web ever pour into my head is words from a bunch of experts. Well, my brain hurts. So can one of them tell me what's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan? What's the plan, man? I don't know what the plan is, but I know my phone's going to run out of storage because it just is going to insist that I buy a new one soon. So, fly me to the moon. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. Thanks for putting up with all the varieties of me.